Steeler Nation on fire. That call on Cam Heyward was so BS. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's, the game that we're in right now, man. And part of it is because of how people have reacted over the years. You guys have, in terms of media, in terms of just like how people will run with certain things when it's a violent hit. And now it's to the point where you can't tell the difference between a violent hit and a personal foul. If a receiver is hit hard, you got half the crowd hollering that it should be a helmet to helmet. But then when you look at it in replay, it's like that's not a helmet to helmet. But because it's violent, people get all worked up. So when I saw the Cam Heyward thing, it's just like, nah, this is today's climate. This is the byproduct of how people have become in terms of viewing this game. We like big hits only when it's in our favor, but it doesn't work like that when we're talking about defenders hitting offensive players now. If you hit a guy violently on offense, more than likely you're going to get flagged. That shows up in the collegiate game. It's showing up in the NFL game. And I don't think it's going away, man, unfortunately. So that's one of the things that we all just kind of got to hold your breath every time you see a guy get slammed hard, or if you land on a guy, because that's what it is now. But you think about every time a star quarterback got hit hard and got hurt, this is when they would make those type of adjustments. This is why they would make those type of rules, because the market has shown that the fans, the consumer, wants to see points scored. They want to see quarterbacks, receivers, long careers. The way to make that happen is to not allow those dudes to get hit certain ways or get slammed certain ways. So this is a part of it. So you're going to have some times where it's a gray area like this, where this is a football play 10 times out of 10 and it's nothing egregious or anything malicious, but it's a violent game. But because of where we are at NFL wise, from a viewing perspective, this type of stuff, you're going to always be questionable on. Like, that's just the reality of it for at least the interim. Now it could shift, but that's just where we are right now. So
Hannibal 090 brings up a good point. Says, man, Watson was slippery as hell. Cam had to make sure he was down.
Yeah.
Because you were right. Everything you talked about going into the game, that's the one thing Watson has still maintained, at least this year, is escaping the pocket. He did that pretty well again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which call was worse, looking back. That Jets horse collar one or this one. They're both like, wow, of all the bad calls that we've witnessed this year, they got to be T1.
That's
terrible.
I personally feel like Cam's call wasn't the worst call yesterday.
The Jets one?
No. Did you see Larry Ogunjobi?
You're talking about
Are we serious
no
here?
call.
Are we serious? That's all I'm saying. Are we serious? I was like, bro, you ain't even attempt to lie about it. You dang near grabbed his eyeball, bro. Like, what? And that's why, once again, y'all always hear me say, I don't do a lot of complaining about the refs because of this type of stuff, bro. It goes both ways in these games, man. It goes both ways. Larry Bear, said, I got called a member of ISIS for a similar play on Johnny Manziel. So I'm going to feel some type of way specifically about this one. And it was against the Cleveland Browns, and it was at High/Acrisure Stadium. Everything was the exact same. Y'all let Larry get a sack and everybody cheer for Larry. I got death threats. I'm a terrible person.
Well, those
threats.
weren't Steeler fans.
Oh, man, I don't care. I got that type of stuff. So that's all I'm saying. If Larry got away with that, we can't be hollering about Cam and that daggone call right there.
Well, if we ever have Ogunjobi on, maybe that's a question we got to ask him.
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, you literally grabbed his eyeball. You almost had his eyeball, bro. His hand was all the way in that thing. And then you get, bro, that's like an OG 15-yarder. Think about back in the day, man, it was we got the 5-yard face mask and the 15-yard face mask. Back when there was a little more savagery going on. I might have had a couple of them 15-yarders in that time frame too. But still, that was a 15-yarder in the OG way. I was like, dang, Larry, bro, you wildin'. And they didn't even call it, man. You get that sack on your tally. Let's go, man. But yeah, bro, that's why I'm saying I can't trip on the Cam call like that. I can't, bro. I can't. Was it violent? Yes. Was it unnecessary? And from the referee in terms of calling it unnecessary, super unnecessary for the referee to call that. But the climate does reflect that. But for them to have not called the Larry call, I can't, bro. I can't.
Okay, then that makes it the Jets call was the worst.
It was definitely Jets call. Then we'll go with the Jets call. Yes. True Classic Tees. Let's go. Y'all know the homies True Classic Tees, man. The shirt that is built for us, those guys that are kind of athletic, but maybe not all the way athletic, or the guys that, just need something to make them feel a little bit more athletic, baby. That's what you get when you talk about true classic
or
tees.
Just straight up comfortable tees.
Absolutely comfortable tees. I mean, because that's the thing with this, man. It is built to feel like you're just lounging around, but at the same time, have that athletic cut up top where most of us feel a little bit better, but at the same time, give you a little bit more playroom in that midsection. But with True Classic Tees, they have more than just t-shirts. I mean, they got the long sleeves, they got these sweatpants, the joggers, the shorts, hoodies, all type of different loungewear stuff to just make you feel good, make you feel comfortable. And that's how it's supposed to be, because you got to look good and you got to feel good, more importantly. But of course, if we're talking about them, we got a promo code. And that promo code is MOATS. You use that at trueclassictees.com. You get 25% off of your purchase. And it's free shipping if you have a purchase for over $100 as well. So make sure you check out True Classic Tees, because at the end of the day, we got to know it's a new year. So when it's a new year, it's a new me. And I got the new tee. Shout out to the homies at True Classic Tees for that as well, baby.